Well, hello everyone once again. Welcome back. And today, we're talking Brie Larson once again. Marvel Studios, this is a message for you. You better move faster. You're not doing enough for LGBT, IQ, X, Y, and Z representation on screen in your movies. Brie Larson said it herself, you're not moving fast enough on this. Now, this article, Brie Larson wishes Marvel would move faster with diversity. Okay, says here, Brie Larson became the first woman to lead a Marvel movie solo when she starred in Captain Marvel earlier this year. The actress has been a champion of diversity since long before her role in the major franchise. But with her new platform as a Marvel star, she's become an even louder voice, and while Hollywood has been doing a lot in recent years to better diversify, including Marvel Studios, Larson would love to see all this happen much faster. Okay, we said it before, we said it again. She is a woke SJW. That's what she is. She only cares about the narrative, the woke narrative before even the story. That's all she talks about. You know, every time. She never talks about the story of Captain Marvel. And she didn't even know who Captain Marvel was before she even took the role. It's out there. It's on record. She didn't know. Now she's trying to play this woke hero. And it goes on to say here, in a conversation with Mark Malkin of the Big Ticket podcast, the host relates a conversation he had with Marvel producer Victoria Alonso, in which she said it was time to have an LGBTQ superhero. Brie Larson clearly agrees and actually seems to feel that it's long past time for such things to happen. According to Larson, this is what she said. I don't understand how you can actually think a certain type of person isn't allowed to be a superhero. So to me, it's like, we've got to move faster. But I'm always wanting to move faster with this stuff. Wow. You always want to move faster with stuff that don't even matter. These things don't even matter. Why is it so important to have a LGBTQ superhero? When I watch a superhero movie, I'm not watching it thinking, you know what? I want to make sure that this hero is a straight hero. We got to have a straight hero. Not thinking that whatsoever. I'm just thinking about the story, you know? If they made let's use this for example. If they made Iron Man back in 2008, a black guy, I don't think anybody would have a problem with that. First of all, nobody really knew Iron Man very well back then anyway. But now, I can't imagine anybody playing Iron Man except for Robert Downey Jr. But to have an LGBT superhero, now, they already have Valkyrie, but do you really classify her as a superhero? And if you watch Avengers Endgame already, if you haven't, oh well, I'm spoiling it right now. Basically, Thor, he wants no part of being the king of anything. He tells Valkyrie, you know what? You be their queen, you be their leader. And Valkyrie is a bisexual superhero, I guess you could say. I don't agree with her being like the queen of the Asgardians, but that's another story. Thor endorsed it. Oh well, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But when I first saw Valkyrie in Thor Ragnarok, I wasn't thinking about her sexuality. I had no idea she was a bisexual. You know why? I didn't care. I didn't care what her sexuality was. It doesn't matter. Is the story good? Is her character good? And watching the movies with her in it, her sexuality doesn't even play a part in it whatsoever. It really, really doesn't. I really don't care about this stuff. I just want a good story, and that's it. But Brie Larson, it's a different story with her. Now, It goes on to say here, to be fair, Brie Larson clearly thinks that Marvel overall is doing a positive job with representation, saying that they are at the forefront of changing story structures and norms, such as the fact that Captain Marvel doesn't need a love interest. Okay, now, if she's so worried about diversity in Hollywood and in the MCU, why in the world did Brie Larson accept the role of Captain Marvel? Brie Larson is a white, blonde-haired lady. Why didn't she just step away and say, you know what? Let's give this role to an LGBT person, a minority. Why didn't she say that? No. She accepted the role because it was offered to her. Now, I guess Marvel is just, I would say, racist for giving her the role. Is that what Brie Larson would agree with? Do you guys out there watching this video right now, do you think that Marvel was being racist by offering the role of Carol Danvers to Brie Larson because she is a white blonde lady? Now, personally, I don't think that was the case. I think they just hired Brie Larson because I guess she was, to them, the best person for the role. I don't think there was any racism involved in that. But if the shoe was on the other foot with Brie Larson, she would actually say it's probably racist. So, I don't know. It just, with her, man, she wants everything to be represented. I mean, what more does she really want? Next thing you know, she's going to want, humans and animals to have relations on screen. I mean, that's the path that she is really, really going down right now. I know that may sound extreme now, but hey, 5 years later, 10 years later, she may make a big deal about that. I mean, this woman is completely insane. Now, the MCU, they have a lot of diversity. They really, really do. Sam, War Machine, they're also going to be doing a Shang-Chi movie too. That's a Chinese character, Asian superhero. A lot of the stuff for Phase 4 of the MCU, as far as we know, is going to be really, really diverse. In Avengers Endgame, it could actually be Sam Wilson actually taking up Captain America. So maybe there'll be a Captain America movie with Sam Wilson. But, with her, it's all about race. It's all about sex, and sexuality. Everything she mentions is about that. I don't think Brie Larson knows what a good story is whatsoever. I really, really don't think she knows because it's always about the narrative with her. That's all she wants. Representation. That's it. So if they offer you Captain Marvel 2, Brie Larson, I want you to turn that down. Put your money where your mouth is. You want more representation? You want more LGBTQ, XYZ representation? Turn down that role and say, give this to a minority, give this to an LGBT person. Let's make Captain Marvel a part of the LGBT community. So step away from that role, Brie Larson. Put your money where your mouth is. I dare you to do it. And you know what, guys? She's an SJW, and I guarantee you she will not turn down that role. You guys know it. I know it myself. But this is the SJW mindset from Brie Larson. She does not care about this stuff. She really, really doesn't. Because I guarantee you, she will not turn down a Captain Marvel 2 role at all. Now, she's making it seem like the MCU overall seems to be pretty racist and sexist. Even though here in the article it says, that she thinks they're doing an overall positive job of representation. But what else do you want, Brie Larson? We just want good stories. A lot of people have major concerns about Phase 4 of the MCU. A lot of people actually think the MCU is going to die after Avengers Endgame. It won't be the same. That I know for sure. Will it die? I really don't know. The MCU seems to be a machine, but it won't be what it once was because the characters that we care about, they're not really coming back anymore. You know? That's just me. So guys, let me know what you think about all this in the comments. If you're new here to the channel, please hit subscribe to catch future videos from me, and we will catch you on the next video. John Matrixx, out.